teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here's Cook again. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
You talk about this Miami defense.
They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
Allen's throw is complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, Bills.
Back to the ground. Cook might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now a nice
Nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Hey, come on, 2.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 3, kick.
On third down, here comes Mostert. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the Dolphins first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down. It's a gain of 13, and how about that? They're able to convert on 4th and 10. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Here's Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. 2nd and 9. They run it again with Cook. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, there's 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends. They're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
They're right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Solo left Zion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
So deep trouble here, backed up to their own 1-yard line for 2nd and long. Up the middle, it's Cook. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Third down and 6. Throwing now is Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you're trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged him and won the battle.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down. Again, it's Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
The kick by Bass is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0.
Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Tua going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Ready. 21G.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They got 29 yards that time. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And down to the 41. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami.
At the 41-yard line.
44.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 8.
20, TX. Out.
Now Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On play action, here's Tua sliding out of the pocket. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready.
Tua going to run the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Mostert, and that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Bills will take another timeout, and that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a three-point.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
The 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Play action. Now it's Tua. That's into the hands of Waddle downfield. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
All right, fellas.
Tua's going to change things up.
In motion, Hill.
Let's go.
Here's Mostert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Buying time to his left. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Turbo 3, kick.
Tua now, third and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Oh,
boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
On 2nd down, Cook.
86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
2 and now on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, completion. I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Dancing to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Tua. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Tua. They hand it off to Mostert.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Tua. 2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward, because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
Throwing Tua.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. So it all rests now on the right foot of Jason Sanders. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Footing obviously an issue in the driving rain. This one for the win. Oh, and Sanders pushed it to the right. No good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Allen, they'll start on the ground here on first down. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Dolphins who are going to get the football first here as we are back underway now in overtime. From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They get a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And off balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And quickly they get to the line. Now the Bills will take another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
From midfield, here's Tua. And that will be incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt that helps out your defensive field position.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to pass. Tua.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Cook up the gut.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
What can Allen do now with his drive? Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Just a massive interception there, Charles, to keep this overtime going. And really, both defenses now have come up huge in this overtime.
How about one forcing the turnover on downs because you know that first possession, if you score a touchdown, that wins the game, and they went for it, and they kept them from getting it done, and then the other defense comes on the field, and they pick one off. Who's going to make the big play now on offense that can lead to a field goal that can win this game?
2nd down, here's Mostert again.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD.